DLC news for Planet Zoo might be less than 2 weeks away, so join me as we jump down the rabbit hole of speculation and consider what possible packs we might see very soon. Hey everyone, Beaver here with Beaver-Games. Welcome to the dam. Today we're going to be stepping away from diorama builds and into the realm of speculation. We're going to be looking at 4 DLC pack ideas today. If you don't see your favourite animal or pack idea, don't worry, I do have more speculation videos coming to the channel very soon. Whilst we're here, if you do enjoy the video, please leave a like and a comment below, and a subscription will help me keep you informed of future content. This is a list of rules and parameters that I've set myself in making these speculation videos. Please feel free to pause the video here if you want to read through it for yourself. Firstly, we have the Zookeeper Animal Pack Part 2. I couldn't think of a better name, maybe the Celebration Pack. I see this pack very much as the second part to the Zookeeper Animal Pack from last year. Maybe Planet Zoo will end with a 2-part pack finale. These choices have been somewhat influenced by the Planko dictionary theory that was floating around about 6 months ago. I don't know if that theory still holds water or not, but I think it works for this pack anyway. In each of these pack ideas you're going to see 2 numbers, one in a circle, which is how likely I think a pack is, and one in a star, which is my personal grade for the pack. Both of these numbers are going to be out of 5. So we start off with the pack headliner, which is the secretary bird from Africa. We then go to the short-beaked echidna from Australia. Next is a coati from South America. Next we have the impala, also from Africa. This animal was in the Planko dictionary, which is why I've added it to the roster here. Next we have the North American black bear. Now, I realise that some people are going to love this animal and some people are going to hate it. But I really want to see it, so I've included it in this pack. Next we have the giant eland, which is the largest antelope in the world, from Africa. And finally, we have the relatively unknown Azara zaguti, which is a rodent that lives on the forest floor in South America. For the free update, I'd love to see updated signs, backdated to include all the base game animals, and older DLC animals. I'd like to see some more statues, some more flexi-colour options for base game building pieces, and new font types in the game. Custom fonts like Ricey's fonts are fantastic, but I would just like another official font to save on the piece count. So, some positives of the pack. There's a good selection of animals, both highly requested and not so highly requested. The animals cover a large geographical area, so there's bound to be something for everyone. And in the free update, the signs and statues really help tie zoo theming together. Some of the negatives: there's no geographical location, so it's hard to implement this pack as a new zoo section. And we're still missing out on some highly requested animals, the walrus and the tree kangaroo, but I just couldn't add everything to one pack. The next pack we have is the Oriental Animal Pack. This pack seeks to rectify my personal need for more Japanese animals. We only have the Japanese macaque and the red-crowned crane in-game currently. Realistically, I think the likelihood we get this pack is a 3, but I've given it a 4.5 for how much I want this pack. We start off with the Japanese raccoon dog, the tanuki. Next we have the Japanese sero, the sable. Then we have the Chinese golden pheasant. Next is the giant black squirrel. Then we have the golden snub-nosed monkey. And finally the Japanese sika deer. For the scenery pieces and free update for this pack, I'd like to see an extension of the East Asia roof set. In particular, making the grey clay roof set flexi colour would mean it's so much more versatile. I'd also love to see some more LED signs for animals and guest services. Next, I'd like to see some more traditional statues. The temple dog statues we have in game are great, and I'd like to have other statues in that style from this pack. And finally, some more traditional artwork. Japan especially is famous for its art style, and this pack would be a fantastic opportunity to display that. In the free update, I'd like to see more Japanese maple colours. Also the lotus flower, bonsai tree and Japanese forest grass foliage choices are really iconic for the region. Finally, 2025 is the year of the snake in the Chinese calendar. It would be really cool if we could have the Chinese cobra as an exhibit animal. I know a lot of people want the king cobra, but I feel like this would be a good alternative. So some of the positives for this pack: there's a good selection of animals. This pack bolsters Asian sections, especially Japanese, Chinese sections in your zoo. There's lots more iconic foliage. And the free exhibit animal, the cobra, is highly requested. Some of the negatives are that this pack is area specific. Maybe you don't like Asian animals, maybe you're not building an Asian zoo. And no animal on this list is super highly requested. The third pack we have is the Coastal Animal Pack. I can see this pack as being a bit of an olive branch to those who desperately want marine animals in the game. I've given this pack 4s across the board. I think it can be quite likely, but also I'd quite like to see this pack in the game. We start off with the walrus, which is super highly requested. Next we have the green sea turtle, the sea otter, the Atlantic puffin, the marine iguana, which has struggled with captivity representation in the past, but I feel as we have the saiga and the proboscis monkey in the game, I don't see a reason why we can't have the iguana. Next we have the brown pelican, and finally the coconut crab. For the scenery pieces for this pack, I'd love to see items like buoys or buoys, seaweed foliage, life ring decorations, and starfish or shell decorations. In the free update, I'd love to see touch pool education points, wave VFX, and a new behaviour for puffins which allow them to dive into water from heights. This will also be applied to the penguins in game as well. The positives for this pack: the walrus, highly requested. Some new education points, which means more guest interactions, which is always a positive. Some of the negatives: no full aquatics unfortunately. And finally, there are lots of aquatic animals that could have made this list, but unfortunately I can't add everything. For our final pack, we have the black and white animal pack. This is a very unique pack idea. I've not seen it anywhere else. I don't think it's likely to appear as a DLC, so I've given it a 2.5. However, I'd quite like to see it, so I've given it a 4. We start off with the colobus monkey, also known as the mantle giraza. We've got the honey badger, the rockhopper penguin, the Australian black swan, the black buck known as the Indian antelope, the North American porcupine, the Valais black-nosed sheep, and the common king snake. The free update for this pack would include 2 pieces of foliage, the black hollyhock and the white Japanese maple. I'd also like to see more statues and more flexicolour options for base game pieces. Some of the positives for this pack: there's a decent choice of requested animals like the black buck, the honey badger and the North American porcupine, and more flexicolour base game pieces would be fantastic. Some of the negatives for this pack: the sheep, the swan and the penguin might not be so popular, and there's no geographical location, so it's hard to implement this pack as a new zoo section in your zoo. So that's the end of the pack ideas. Thank you so much if you've made it this far. This video has been a lot of work to compilate, record, edit, etc. So if you do like it, please leave a like below, comment to let me know you've had a good time, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. As I said at the beginning, there are 2 more speculation videos planned before the next Frontier Unlocked stream comes out at the end of this month, so please keep an eye out for those. For now though, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.